This is a, believe it or not, this is the second time I've recorded this. So now we are looking at the Strange box kit. This is the Kickstarter box kit. I got this from Noble Knight Games. You can't get this anymore. It was kind of a one-off. Look at the back here, all the cool imagery going on here. And let's pop this guy open so you can see what's in there. You can see it's got some nice illustrations throughout the entire box here. I'll kick this over so you can see what this looks like as well. Sorry about the light and the gleam, but that's the way my room is. I don't have expensive lights for doing any of these videos, so we end up with a set of strange dice. This is two 10-sided, a 20-sided, and a 6-sided. Comes with a little bag pouch for your dice. Throw them in there. Some information. Monte Cook makes some awesome games, but I'm only interested in his Numenera, the Strange, and the Cipher system. I'm not particularly interested in any of his other games like Invisible Sun or anything like that. I'm more into this cool genre of science fiction and speculative science fantasy fiction. So we have some card decks here. And the interesting thing about the card decks, they really give you some really great ideas as you play, just by pulling cards and making your own surprising GM intrusions all the way through the game. So 2 decks of these cards. Translation deck. So this is when your character goes from one dimension to another. Sometimes weird stuff happens, so it's cool. I get a $10 off my next purchase. That's like almost $1 million Canadian. The XP deck. This will have a bunch of 1s and 4s, so you can see the 4 here. You exchange these for player intrusions or any kind of if you wanted to stop a GM intrusion, you could expend an XP and prevent that from happening, or you can get XP by letting the GM have his intrusion. So a strange notepad. It's very cool. Like that. It's just blank paper in there. So a cloth version of the map of Ardennes. Then we have a Neoprene map, mat, I should say, with all your game info for playing. So you just lay this out and you have your players roll on a nice mat. It's got to lay out for a bit, maybe give it a little bit of heat to smooth out the wrinkles and get her back to a normal shape. Being folded in there for many years, and I mean it, many years here. This was a while ago since that Kickstarter happened, so a couple of cheat sheets here. The art book of the Strange, Very cool. Lots of great illustrations here. A pad of character sheets. Very nice. And we have a these are pre-made characters, so you can start players off with and get them going. Poster maps of Rook, and once again of our game. It's just two of the many, I guess they're kind of like dimensions or realities. And we have a book called The Maps of the Strange, so not a super thick book, but it has some good full color illustrations in there. Character creation walkthrough. A couple of these to get your players going. Very easy. 13 steps to create a character. Very easy to make characters and very easy to play them. So, having here a signed. This is done with the. I can feel it. There is an ink over top here, so this is an actual signature. So this is Matt's wiki of his artwork, which is featured all the way through this, and many of Monte Cook's games. This is nice, having a nice soft cover of just the players section. This is great because I don't have to lug around a big book, all the time. So the players can use this book. And here's an adventure book in case I want to, figure out some ideas for some games. I don't have to. It's a players section, so that's all separate. This is great because that book is huge. It's a lot of pages altogether. And then we have the GM's book. It's awesome. So I don't have to be, once again, carrying around everything else. And the setting book. And that is one hefty section there. All together, and get an idea of how big that original book is. So, your hardcover copy is going to be like that big. So this is nice to have everything all in one, just like that. Put everything back in here. A couple of posters got a little crunched because this has been probably laying dormant in a, some big warehouse, unused, and just tilted to one side and causing pressure on one side there. Now we will be able to use it in our game sessions. Can't wait for this bug to be done with and the quarantine to be lifted. All my friends can come over and we can then safely play some role-playing games once again. Oh, one thing that I forgot was this strange pencil. It's got the little leads in there, so I can refill it just by going to my local Staples and getting the leads again to fill it up, and this is awesome. I like this. Oop, it has an eraser on it, which is cool. Little cap there for the eraser. nifty. Anyways, so now you know what's inside this strange box. So if you can find one, like I said, the cost of these it was pretty high, but this one, no, it wasn't. I got it for much less than the Kickstarter. So I don't know, maybe they just had it for so long that they decided that they wanted to get rid of it for a cheaper price or something. So anyways, it's mine now, so if you get one yourself, you'll know what to expect on the inside of this. So very cool box. I really don't know how I'm going to store this guy, but I guess it will sit next to my Numenera stuff and my Cipher System stuff as well. Alright, you guys have an awesome day. Thanks for tuning in. Take care.